The chalkboard has evolved tremendously over the last 100 years. Although it is known to be invented by James Pillins, headmaster of a high school in Edinburgh, Scotland, it is not certain exactly when he invented it. Originally, it was called a blackboard, but Americans began calling it a chalkboard in the mid-1930s. The chalkboard came to the U.S. much earlier in 1801 through a teacher at West Point named George Barron. Prior to the chalkboard, students used slates. A slate was made of wood that was covered with black grit. Teaching was difficult and tedious before chalkboards. Teachers had to go from student to student to write a math problem. Once chalkboards entered the classroom, both teachers and administrators realized how much simpler this made teaching. It allowed for teachers to write one concept on the board to a large number of students. By the mid-1800s, a blackboard was to be found in almost every school and had become the single most important educational tool. Although the idea has remained the same, allowing teachers to write and erase at will, reaching all students at once, it continued to evolve. In the 1960s, the slate blackboard was given a new look, and green-colored boards gained popularity. Whiteboards appeared in the mid-1980s, and over 20% of schools in the U.S. had converted all blackboards to whiteboards by the late 1990s. Overhead projectors were invented in the 1950s and were used in classrooms regularly by the 70s and 80s. However, overhead projectors have become increasingly obsolete as classrooms acquire new technology such as Elmo projectors that connect to computers and, of course, the smartboard. The smartboard interactive whiteboard first arrived in 1991. The smartboard is touch-sensitive and connects to a computer and digital projector to display an image of what is on the computer screen. The smartboard continues to be improved with new models almost yearly. It is an amazing and useful tool. Although not every classroom has an Elmo or a smartboard, they are the future, and it is likely that over the next few years, every classroom in the U.S. will be equipped with this advanced technology. With the advances in technology, it is obvious that something as necessary and important as the chalkboard would evolve yet continue to provide the same service of reaching all students at one time.